Queen Elizabeth. She's the largest landholder in the world. More than 6 billion acres of land are owned in her name. She's the matriarch of the most famous family in the world. Perhaps the Kardashians rival them, but no, not really. How much power does the Queen actually have? Queen Elizabeth has some real authority. She owns all the whales, dolphins, sturgeons, and porpoises within 3 miles of the United Kingdom's shores. She's the Commander-in-Chief of Her Majesty's Armed Forces. Because driver's licenses and passports are issued in her name, she doesn't need either. And because the law is issued in her name, she's technically above it. The Crown owns about 6.6 billion acres of land across the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, and it controversially derives a good deal of wealth from its properties. These include the Duchy of Cornwall, owned by the Queen's son, Charles, and the Duchy of Lancaster. Part of the latter, the Savoy estate, is home to some of London's most expensive real estate. But in reality, her conduct is dictated by societal norms and conventions. Per her website, the Queen is a symbol for national identity, unity, and pride. The Queen's rights, dating back to the Victorian era, are to be consulted, to encourage, and to warn. Basically, she can advise. The Queen's word carries weight, of course, but this is not a tangible form of power. Her rights are different than her powers, also known as the royal prerogative. At first glance, these seem substantial. She signs Parliament's bills into law and theoretically has the power to refuse them. But in practice, the last monarch to do so was Queen Anne in 1708. We can't imagine too many people would be keen on Queen Elizabeth going rogue. She can grant royal pardons, like presidential ones in the US. She gave one to Alan Turing in 2013. She appoints the Prime Minister, though in practice this means that she formally recognizes whoever won the election. And she can declare war, though in practice the Prime Minister and Parliament will do so on her behalf. One thing she can and has used is royal consent, the right to affirm or deny Parliament's right to debate a bill that might affect the royal prerogatives or other royal interests. She denied royal consent in 1999 for the military action against Iraq Parliamentary Approval Bill. Critics rail against such actions as illustrations of an outdated system, but at the end of the day, the monarchy is a nod to British tradition with largely ceremonial and symbolic power. What do you want In the Know to explain next?